Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof and we're back again with another video. It's terrifying examples of shared psychosis. Tales from the bottle. Let's go, yo. Let's see this.
I'm not a doctor. She has been knocked down.
Is she the one that speaks English from the
Oi, oi, oi! Do
The
so.
M6 is the longest motorway in the United Kingdom, stretching 230 miles from the Midlands all the way up to Scotland.
Hey, the
On May
bros.
17th, 2008, however, highway CCTV picks up footage of two women walking down it. Where are they going?
What is the FPS on
Why are
this
they on
footage?
foot?
Jesus
Why are they
Christ.
walking straight out into traffic? One of the women was hit by a car, and the two are causing serious disruption to the traffic. Eventually, some highway traffic officers arrive at the
Why?
scene to assess the situation, and it only gets stranger from here. The two women
Really?
are identical twins, Sabina and Ursula Eriksson. They're from Sweden. Sabina was the one who'd been hit by a car, but she sustained only minor injuries, and the two appear calm as they talk with traffic officers at the side of the road. Police arrive shortly after to assist, and they're accompanied by a TV crew who are filming some sort of cop show, so we actually have footage from this encounter.
Oh.
That'll save me a bit of work drawing, thankfully, but some
Nice.
of what happens next is a bit much to be shown on YouTube, so for that stuff I'll revert back to a more tasteful rendering of the event. The
Oh,
police
thank you.
first talk with the highway traffic officers to get an idea of the situation, but before they can get the girl's side of the story, Ursula Eriksson bolts and runs straight back out into the traffic. She is hit by a lorry travelling over 90 kilometers
lorry?
per hour, and her legs are crushed as the wheels roll over her. For my friends across the pond, that means she was hit by a truck travelling over 50 miles per hour, and her legs were suitably yee-hawed, partner. I'm talking start the GoFundMe page now, brother. Not wanting to miss out on the fun, Sabina also ran out
Man, we can start an OnlyFans. Hey, you never know
onto
nowadays.
the road and was sent over the bonnet.
Wait, the other one went
on
as
the
well?
fun,
What the fuck is going on? What?
Sabina also ran out onto the road and was sent over the bonnet,
What the fuck
hood,
is a
partner, of a colliding car. Both
Bonnet?
women are now lying motionless on the motorway as police scramble to stop traffic and get help for the girls, though they're pretty sure they're both dead. When paramedics arrive, they find Ursula is in a surprisingly alive condition, although she is immobilized. Despite this, she seems to be in some sort of frenzy and resists treatment, scratching and spitting at responders.
I mean, she ain't got no legs no more. How hard can she resist? Am I right?
I could never have the patience to do a job
Yeehaw.
like that. Oh, I'm trying to help you and you want to fight? Okay.
I mean, hey, listen.
Sabina had
It's already too late for that, brother. They're already like that.
been knocked
You got
unconscious
curb
after
stamp,
getting
right?
hit by the car, but she was starting to come around. It appeared she was similarly crazed and was shouting things like, "They're gonna steal your organs."
That's after she got
Amazingly,
hit by a car.
managed to get up.
That's after she got hit by a car going 90 miles per hour. That's... What the fuck is she made out of? Wolverine?
An officer trying to calm her down and keep her still receives a punch for her efforts, and Sabina runs off across the motorway again. Seemingly possessing super strength, Sabina is able to resist arrest. Even after some bystanders come to assist, it is a struggle to carry her
What
by
is-
each limb. She is extremely agitated and is screaming for help, seemingly misreading the situation. She is restrained, sedated, and put into the back of an ambulance.
Look how half her ass cheek is hanging out.
Ursula is airlifted to hospital. Sabina was released from hospital only 5 hours later, her injuries being much less serious than her sister's. From here she is put into police custody and bizarrely is calm and collected, as if the violent outburst had never happened. It turned out Sabina
Hey, your twin ain't got no legs no more. Yeah. Yeehaw. What the
lived
fuck are
in
they?
Ireland with her partner and 2 children, while Ursula lived in the US.
That a
Ursula had
rifle
come to
on
visit
the-
Sabina the previous day, but for some reason the two secretly left Ireland for England.
Okay.
Sabina had apparently had a fight with her partner the previous night and had gone to police to report concerns over the safety of her children. That day they had boarded a coach for London, but the bus driver became suspicious.
She lives in Ireland. She reported she's scared for her children and she goes to England. What?
Suspicious over their erratic behaviour and refusal to let anyone handle their bags. He let them off at a service station, telling them they weren't getting back on board and that they should just calm down and get the next bus. Instead, they apparently decided to continue their journey on foot, and shortly after that, their strange behaviour was picked up on CCTV. A day later, Sabina pleaded guilty to trespass on the motorway and assault on an officer. The court sentenced her to 1 day in custody, which she had basically already served, so she was let go. Alright then, feels like maybe something more should have been done here. She wasn't even psychiatrically evaluated, they really just let her on.
1 day?
Yes, that's right, there's
One
more
day.
crazy shit about to happen. Now back in the streets, Sabina needs...
That's fine, but should she not get like a thing for running into traffic? She technically endangers the people, because like 90 miles an hour, that's like what, 140, 130 kilometers per hour? If somebody hits somebody, that can cause an accident, bitch.
Needed to find out what hospital Ursula was staying at. Around 7 p.m. that day, she bumped into a man walking his dog and his friend. Petting the dog, Sabina got talking to the man, 54-year-old Glenn Hollinshead, about her predicament and asked if he knew any nearby B&Bs. Feeling sorry for her, Hollinshead told her he had room at his place if she wanted to stay the night, and she agreed.
No? No? Oh god, it's gonna get real sad real quick.
The three went back to Glenn's house and chatted for a while. The two men noticed Sabina seemed almost paranoid, constantly peering out the window. At one point she offered them each a cigarette, but before they could light them she snatched them back, saying they could be poisoned. Her behaviour was questionable, but it was a bit late to rescind the offer now, and she'd be gone in the morning anyway.
No, it's not. Just grab her by the throat and throw her out. No, it's not. It never is.
Yes.
It never
Glenn's
is.
friend eventually left the two, and Sabina stayed the night. The next day, Glenn phoned up his brother, who worked at a hospital, to see if he could find out where Ursula was being treated. He makes food for himself and Sabina and heads over to his neighbour to ask for some tea bags. Only a minute after re-entering the
that's England.
house, Glenn Hollinshead runs back out. He has been stabbed 5 times with a kitchen knife. Reportedly, his last words were,
"No!
Look after my dog for me. Sir, go straight to heaven." Glenn's neighbour called the police as Sabina went on the run. She was later spotted.
She stabbed, but he was super nice. Oh, come on, bro. The dog better go John Wick on her ass.
Spotted by a driver who noticed she was hitting herself over the head with a hammer.
Good.
Concerned for her safety, he
help
left
her.
his car to calm her down.
Yes, help her. Hit her with the hammer. Help
she
her.
hit him in the back of the head with a roof tile and fled. What is happening? As police were making their way to the scene, Sabina made her way to a bridge overlooking the A50 highway and jumped over the barricade, plummeting 40 feet to the road below, breaking both her ankles and fracturing her skull. She survived, however, and was arrested on suspicion of murder. She was discharged from hospital and taken into police custody in September. Ursula was released around the same time, though she was never charged with any crime, and she just fucked off back to the US. So, with Sabina on trial, you'd think we're about to learn what the fuck was going on throughout all these escapades, right? Well, listen to this, because it's crazy. Sabina offered no explanation for anything that happened and responded to every question with no comment. She pleaded guilty to manslaughter with diminished responsibility. Why diminished responsibility? Her defense counsel argued that Sabina Eriksson was suffering from folie à deux, or shared psychosis. They argued that her sister Ursula was suffering from a rare psychiatric disorder, and when they were together, Sabina sort of adopted this disorder, or was infected by
Glenn died over this
close
shit.
Bond between the twins, and together they convinced themselves of delusional thoughts. It was a temporary madness, meaning Sabina appeared sane in court, but was not so at the time.
Oh, so she went insane for like 2 crimes and then she... that makes sense, 100%.
Of the crimes, according to her defense. She apparently had no criminal history before this incident. This was all accepted by the court.
She stabbed her 4 fucking times?
To 5 years in prison. What? Since her release, her whereabouts are unknown. What?
Okay, hey, if you're gonna stab somebody, make sure you got a twin and make sure you go to England, cause 5 years ain't too much for stabbing somebody 4 times.
What's going on?
And
The
killing
story
them.
still doesn't make sense. Only
It
5
still hasn't.
years.
It's not even
I
ended.
don't know about you, but to me, it's insane the
pure
court
bullshit.
accepted that defense. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't what happens to people who do these evaluations.
Hey, I don't give a fuck if it is what happened. She stabbed a man to death. A man that took her in and helped her. He fucking fed the bitch. He fed the bitch.
Are experts, and I guess their evidence must have been very compelling, because I'd never have thought the court would accept that. I mean, be honest.
Pure
what
bullshit.
were you thinking was the explanation? Maybe
bitch
it might
crazy.
have had something to do with Sabina's
Explanation, bitch crazy.
reported family dispute, like she was trying to get away from someone, but it seems nothing
think
more
her family
was
got
ever
away from
revealed
her.
about that.
Thank
And
God.
it really just doesn't explain some of the erratic actions.
Where are my
Maybe it was
yeehaws?
just all part of her delusions. I mean, she had reported it to the police. Surely they'd have been able to determine if there was a legitimate worry there. But I know what you're probably thinking. Drugs. And yes, I was just thinking the same thing. One moment. That's better.
Feeling better?
Now,
Yeah.
let's look at some fan art. Recently, there was a competition on my Discord.
Is it over? Oh, it's over. So she got five goddamn years. First. I'm pissed off. Hey, bro, this video pissed me the fuck off. I hate when this shit happens. I hate when we see some criminal shit and then like, oh, you did that thing. Oh, 5 years. Ha ha ha. Good behavior. Fuck that shit, bro. I am triggered as a motherfucker. I hate this. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. This was fun though. This was a good video. This was a video by Qxir. Decent video. I enjoyed this. Anyway, I hope y'all did. Let me know what y'all think she should have gotten. 20 years minimum. And I'll catch y'all next time. Yeah, quick thank you to YouTube members and Patreons. Thank y'all for the support and have a nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.